coming up on City Spotlight, Season 10, with another on-location episode talking Charleston. First, we talk Charleston Schools with Charleston Schools Superintendent Dr. Todd Vilardo and Assistant Superintendents Chad Burgett and Kristen Holly about the current school year and the latest on facilities and programs in the Charleston School District. Then we head outside to downtown Charleston to talk to Colleen Peterlich, the new president and CEO of the Charleston Area Chamber of Commerce, about her new role with the chamber and her thoughts on Charleston businesses and upcoming events. It's another Season 10 episode on Charleston, next on City Spotlight. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com. And hello and welcome to another edition of City Spotlight. As you can see, we're on location for this episode, another Season 10 episode featuring Charleston. We were back at the Charleston Schools Administration Building, which means we're talking Charleston Schools in this first segment. And to help us out, we have three familiar guests. We welcome first to the program, Superintendent of Charleston Schools, Dr. Todd Vilardo. Todd, good morning.
Good morning.
And Assistant Superintendents, Chad Burgett.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Kristen Holly.
Good morning.
Great to have Todd, Chad, and Kristen back on the program. It has been a while since we chatted. We caught you at the beginning of the previous school year, so I think I did the math right, 20 months ago. It's a long time, but glad to have you at the end of this current school year,
Yeah.
2023-24 school year.
Thank you for having us, Ramin, and you always do a nice job, and you look outstanding, and the hair and makeup folks at WEIU are awesome. So great job.
I am glowing after the setup, so thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I'll take it, Todd. Very good. We're off to a good start. And Todd, let's give you the first word in this segment here, talking Charleston Schools. We're at the end of this current school year, the 2023-24 school year. Give us your overall thoughts on the school year as a whole before we dive into specifics.
Oh, sure. Well, we started the school year in August with a district-wide staff opening in our newly renovated Swickard Auditorium. And at that time, we had made note that this was Charleston CUSD number 1's 75th year. Mr. Burgett brought that to our attention after doing a little bit of homework. This is our 75th year of being number 1. So we began our school year on that note, and we wanted it to be just like we do every year.
I spent 12,
the best.
I spent 12 years in it.
12 years up to
12 to
75 years.
75.
Yeah, we wanted it to be just like we do every year. We wanted this to be the best year yet, just like we want next year to be even better. And it's been a fantastic school year for us.
All right, fantastic. Great start there, Todd. Thank you for the overview. Todd, let's get caught up on facilities. And when we chatted last time with you three, we were at the Swickard Auditorium before it got, I think, used for the first time there 20 months ago. And a lot had been accomplished there, buildings, roads. And let's start with this current school year and obviously the recent completion of work there at Charleston High School, the 400 wing and the Media Center.
Sure. Last year, since we've talked, we did finish up the Swickard Auditorium and the Trojan A&M Center.
Yes.
So students have been in those facilities using those. This year, it's been a long year for renovations. We did focus on the Media Center renovation, and during that, we installed Trojan Brew. We have a coffee shop that the students run, and the 400 wing renovation. That project is taking a little bit longer than we thought. It should be done. It will be done before students return. It's just the final touches need to be addressed. And I want to say thanks to the students and staff for their patience, because we thought they were going to be in there a lot earlier than what it turned out to be. But everyone's been really patient, and I think so far really happy with the way the project turned out.
I got updates from my current sophomore along the way. But that 400 wing, for folks that are not from Charleston and maybe watching this episode, that is the newer addition to the original building of Charleston High School. And so why was that? Why were those renovations necessary?
Well, it was original carpet, the lighting was dim, the hallways were dim, the walls were actually temporary walls installed. So just the fact with as much technology as we see right now, if you've got a room that maybe only has 2 outlets, you're going to struggle with where are we going to put cords and everything. So a lot of changes went into the design, a lot of planning went into the design to make them more user-friendly. Some of the desks may have been there from when you were there in high school.
And when he was teaching.
When he was teaching. So just new furniture, new paint, new lighting, new walls, new carpet, new technology. They're getting the ViewSonics like we see behind me. Every one of those classrooms have those. So a lot of updates that were greatly needed.
I mean, I just want to add to that one of the things that Chad does that's special is he doesn't just work with the architects on the design of any of our projects. Mm-hmm. He gets the input of the staff who are going to be using the facilities every day, and that's been a benefit ultimately for the kids.
Customer's always right.
Yes.
Right? User information. Moving forward, maybe a thing or project or two down the road that's going to be worked on maybe into next school year that you can give us a little preview of?
Last month's board meeting, the Board of Education approved us moving forward with, a few years ago, we purchased the former Twice as Nice building. Okay. And they approved moving forward with getting plans and estimates on remodeling that, and we would hope to move our district office to that location, so we would be closer to the Charleston Middle School, Charleston High School, and Mark Twain campus. Wow. So right now we're in the very beginning stages. We got a rough draft of what we think it may look like. That would be about a 6 to 8 month project. So our goal would be to hopefully get moved in by spring break of next year.
I know the sign outside here on the west side of Charleston says central office, but you'd be right there.
Yeah, it would be central.
A little more central.
Yes. This might be your last interview in this facility.
That's right. I think the other thing about that, I think the community would be extremely happy to see that store renovated and just a nicer look on 130 as you're going through town.
Well, hopefully the next time we commune is less than 20 months away, and maybe we're in that new facility. It's not just about the facilities, Kristen, it's about the programs and initiatives, things that are going on in the school district. So give us some highlights from this school year.
So much going on. So our Leader in Me and our competency-based initiatives have just continued to evolve in really exciting ways. We're getting ready in the fall of next year to really say that we're more 100% competency-based in terms of our instructional practices. We also have, of course, you may have heard about some exciting changes at the high school. We have CHS Industries, which recently was recognized by the Chamber of Commerce as Business of the Year. We're really proud of that. That program has taken off more than we anticipated. We dreamt about it years ago, and it's taken on almost a mind of its own. But each of those industries is connected to core curriculum and teaching students essential skills that they need to be successful after high school. We've also seen a real increase in our student internship programs at the high school. Really, it fits in with our competency-based initiative, which is all about giving students opportunities that are more personal to what their interests are and helping them set goals for the future.
I have a couple of kids in the Charleston School District. Actually, I have 3 left because I have my high school graduated to Lakeland. But I have 3 kids, so I know about the Leader in Me program. Talk a little bit about, maybe more Todd, about how building those Leader in Me is about leadership skills and them taking initiative. Talk about that being a key component of what you guys are trying to teach the kids.
Oh, absolutely. I first want to say, likewise, Kristen Holly, also, these aren't her initiatives. What she has done is listen to our staff and our parents and community. These initiatives, as far as instructional practices in our schools, are teacher-led. To the point where I've never seen more professional development for staff in our district than we have in the last few years. She's implemented professional learning communities where teachers are leading teachers in these initiatives, and it's just a beautiful thing to see, ultimately, again, for kids. But back to the Leader in Me. This was another outgrowth of a visit out to Colorado, actually, to study competency-based learning, competency-based education.
Right.
And they came back with a separate but related idea called Leader in Me. Kristen talked to the staff, and the staff wanted to implement Leader in Me. It's not a program. I call it more of an initiative, a way of life. So these are habits that school-wide, district-wide, We're teaching the children about self-responsibility, self-control, self-discipline, how to be a leader of their own lives. So we can instill and change all the instructional practices, right? But it's also important to change lives and prepare students for life after high school, not just academically, but just being a good citizen.
Life skills.
Life skills.
Yep.
All right, very good. All right, these last 5 or 6 minutes, I timed it just right. I want to talk about you guys moving forward. And moving forward, Todd, you are retiring from your educational career, most of which you've spent here in Charleston. That's 30 plus years, is that?
33 years here in the district and 2 in Mattoon, yes.
I remember the first time we had Todd on the program. I'll bring it up again. He was a teacher and also the cross country coach when I went to Charleston High School in the mid to late 90s. Todd, I know it's, we don't have 30 minutes to talk about all the things you're amazingly happy about that's been accomplished in the Charleston School District. What's 1 or 2 things that have been accomplished during your time, whether it be near the beginning of your time in Charleston or toward the end here, that you're proud of?
Sure, and I'm correcting myself, 31 years.
31 years.
Here, yeah, and
Great.
2 in Mattoon.
Yep.
And I did a little bit of homework this morning and just looking at the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And the sort of the metamorphosis that our district has taken over the last 7 years. I won't get into great detail, but Mr. Burgett and I started 7 years ago together, and we added Mrs. Holly, I think the year after that.
Very
In
good.
our first year together, we were issuing tax anticipation warrants in our district, which means we didn't have the finances to make payroll, so we had to borrow some money from other taxing bodies in order to make payroll. And we had roofs falling in, for example, at Jefferson Elementary School. We went through COVID-19 to the point now where we have more support. We have the highest staffing levels now for special education and student support services. We have the lowest class sizes we've had in many, many years. We get to the point where CHS Industries, as Kristen mentioned, is recognized as a Small Business of the Year, and we're just doing some wonderful things right now. But I think to answer your question, one of my biggest accomplishments, I think, is just taking what Charleston has given me through the years in terms of the leaders in the community and the service that they exemplified in the community. That modeled a life for me that I wanted to give back to the Charleston community. And so I think for me, it's about the people, and hopefully in some small way, I may have influenced or inspired other people to carry that forward and move that on. So ultimately, it's about, of course, about the students, the children, and they're our future. So to me, if I've made some small difference in the school community, hopefully it's been for that. And I'm very, very grateful for these two carrying that on. And I am completely confident that Chad's going to serve as an outstanding superintendent with Kristen in the assistant superintendent role going forward. It's just going to be better next year and better the year after. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Wonderful. Chad, you were named as the next superintendent after Todd a little over a year ago. What's this school year been like to not only still conduct the things that you need to do as the assistant superintendent, but get ready to take that next step?
I've been very busy, but I want to say thanks to Dr. Vilardo. He's been great. He's a great mentor. I want to thank him for just his service to the district. I don't think a lot of people know, just he doesn't like the spotlight on him, but he is extremely generous with his time, talent, and treasure, and has been very good to the district and our school community.
Thanks.
Looking forward to next year. Kristen and I were just talking this morning about maybe doing a little bit of change or whatever. Coming in, as you mentioned, Leader in Me, competency-based education, our facility changes, Trojan Industries, looking at just getting deeper into those. I mean, we've had some staff pilot these programs, but next year we're going 100% implementation. So right now with students and staff, not looking to add a lot of new incentive programs right away, but just getting better at what we're doing now and feeling more confident about it across the district.
Yeah.
All right. Look forward to that time with you as superintendent. I'm going to give Kristen the final words of the interview. maybe talk a little bit about both of them. First, your thoughts on Todd and what he's done here as an educator, and Chad taking those steps as superintendent moving forward.
Yeah, Chad took a lot of what is important to me about Todd too. He's been an excellent mentor. He has been just so wonderful to work for. It's a team. It's not, we all have our own responsibilities. There's not a sense of micromanagement. He enables us to be the leaders that we want to be. We've learned so much from him. It'll be a big loss. But Chad, I have full confidence in Chad. I've worked with Chad for a really long time. I was his assistant principal at Carl Sandburg way back in the day. So I have full confidence in his leadership. We'll still have Todd around a little bit to consult with when we need help. And so I plan to continue to support Chad and continue to do, as he said, continue all of the initiatives that we've started, just broaden them and deepen them and continue to support the staff in moving the students forward.
We look forward to interviewing you two in the future. It's been great to having all three of you guys all the times, whether it be in the studio. I remember the COVID interview where we're all masked up and spread out, the Swickard Auditorium. I think this is our 4th or 5th one, so it's always a pleasure to talk with Todd, Kristen, and Chad. Thank you for your time here on City Spotlight.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up next here on City Spotlight, we'll head outside to downtown Charleston and we'll talk with the new president and CEO of the Charleston Area Chamber of Commerce. But first, let's take a look at some of the upcoming activities going on in Charleston. We're back here on City Spotlight, this new on-location episode on Charleston. We've changed locations, and as you can see, we are outside at downtown Charleston as we tape here on the final day of April 2024, and it's a Chamber of Commerce type of day, and we're talking now about the Charleston Area Chamber of Commerce with the new president and CEO, Colleen Peterlich. Colleen, great to have you on the program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Great to be outside with you with the courthouse behind us. Beautiful day. Yes, excellent. We're going to talk chamber, Charleston businesses with Colleen, but first things first. You're a first-time guest, Colleen. Can you tell us about yourself, please?
My name is Colleen Peterlich. I've lived in Charleston for 46 years. I'm an EIU grad. I'm a retiree from EIU. I have 4 children, 4 grandsons, and this is home.
And thank you for being on, a longtime resident of Charleston. I'm also from Charleston, so good to talk with a fellow Charlestonian. Tell us about taking on this new position with the Charleston Chamber.
Oh, yes. The opportunity arose mid-December.
Okay.
I was not thinking about retiring from EIU, and I thought, why not? New adventures, and I dusted off my resume, added a few things to it, applied, interviewed, got the position, and started March 4th.
Being in this community as long as you have, what pluses do you get from that for being able to take on this new position?
Working at Eastern, doing what I did, and living here for as long as I have, I think just knowing so many people, so many businesses, my interaction with students, and I worked at the high school years ago. I just, people laugh and say, you know a lot about a lot of people and things in Charleston. So the transition was very easy, seamless.
Certainly a strength for you.
Thank you.
All right, let's dive right in and let's talk about the Charleston Area Chamber of Commerce, and you've had some recent things take place that you'd like to share with us.
We have just recently, Saturday evening, we had the annual dinner, which we have once a year. We had it in the EIU Grand Ballroom.
Nice facility.
Over 220 people, a lovely evening. It was a Hollywood theme.
Nice.
We gave awards to some of our 2 of our diplomats, Shay Plush and Emily Floyd. We gave Citizen of the Year, which is our CUSD #1 superintendent, Todd Vilardo. Couldn't have been more perfect on his
just had him on
way
in the previous
out,
segment.
He's
so
retiring.
beautiful.
And then Business of the Year was the CHS Industries,
Mm-hmm.
an outstanding facility. I was able to tour the building last Thursday. The
Relatively
Illinois,
new?
Yes, the Illinois superintendent, the superintendent, principals, they were all there. They have lots and lots of things for the students.
Great to have another chamber director here on this program, City Spotlight. And my first time talking with you, I figured I ask you this question the first time we talk, and hopefully many more interviews down the road. What's the role of a chamber director in a community?
Chamber director is to keep the businesses that we have knowing what's going on, helping them if they need help with their social media. We do that for them free. They send it to us, we get it on our website. We have over 2,000 people following us. I've only been on the job 55 days, so I have not met with all of our members, but that is a goal for me to complete this summer, to at least shake a hand, say hello,
Right.
introduce myself to everyone. Just networking.
Yes.
We have coffees, we have after-hour events.
Lots of
We have
interactions with people.
Lots of interactions for things for people to
Yeah.
do and come and network and meet different people in our community.
Fantastic. We'll talk about some upcoming activities in just a second that do involve the chamber. But Colleen, you said you're involved with businesses because you're with the chamber. As people know, driving through Charleston, it's been a busy time these first 4 months of 2024. New businesses have popped up. Some are evolving as we speak.
Right.
What's that like being from Charleston and being the chamber director and seeing this healthy amount of new businesses in Charleston?
Yes, lots of new business, lots of activity, lots of beautiful land space. I mean, as you come into Charleston, DHM is a beautiful right across the street from Foundation, with the Sonic building, with the new Amoco station coming in. We're looking pretty good these days.
Ginger Ales is being
Ginger
worked on,
Ales,
18th
yes.
Street, and eventually the new Hucks on Lincoln will finally
Yes.
break ground. So
Yes.
lots of exciting business
Dunkin'
stuff.
Donuts, yes, all good.
Dunkin' Donuts, yes.
Insomnia cookies, just lots of things.
And we're taping here
Yes.
outside on April
Beautiful
30th
evening.
at Charleston Downtown Square. Lots of local businesses on the square. Tell us about any newer businesses. How is the square doing in Charleston?
Square's doing well. We just had a grand opening ribbon cutting for Kenton Forge, which is at the corner just down the street, corner
Okay.
of 6th and Monroe.
Very good.
He's a collectible and gamer.
Ooh,
One
nice.
of the most interesting things that I found out he did, and he has 3 3D printers.
3 3D printers.
3 3D
It's
printers.
hard to get one.
Yes, and he made, for our annual dinner last Saturday, he made me a 12-inch Oscar. It was beautiful.
Really?
Yes. So, very cool.
Very, very
so
nice.
check it out sometime.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. I know we're taping again April 30th, last day of April here in 2024, and the warm weather months. It's a beautiful, nice, warm day for us here this morning, and the activities are going to be flowing. I know you'd like to talk about the market that's coming up. Also, the chamber is heavily involved with the Tour to Charleston bike race, which is going to be in September. Give us a
Correct.
little information about that.
Next up is our farmers market, which begins
Sure.
May 25th
Right
and
around the
runs
corner.
every Saturday through September 21st.
So about 4 months, yeah.
4 months. It's 7:30 to 10:30 right here on the Charleston Square. Come out. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, there's not as much produce, fresh produce, but as the season progresses,
There are good
we
and
get
bad times
more
of the
and
year for
more
your
vendors
produce.
and more product.
Yes.
So check it out. We do have the Charleston Tour to Charleston, which will be Saturday, September 28th. It's an amazing bike race. Last year we included a little children's race around the squares.
Yes.
We are going to include that again this year.
Beautiful.
I think it was well received. It's an amazing race. I've helped with it for the last 4 years. It's so exciting to see them take off for the 50 mile and come back to the finish line with the 50 mile, and they're going as fast as they left. Incredible.
We had video one year provided by the person that was recording it via drone footage or however it was, and it was gorgeous. Talk about that new annual tradition in Charleston that brings so many people, whether it be local or not from here, to the community for that one race?
We do. We have a large following. The bikers is a community, and we're lucky to have two biker guys, I call them, that kind of take charge of the race, of where they're going. They do all the markings for us because they do it and they know it, and what better for them to be able to have what they want to have. And we're happy to support them.
Fantastic. So that'll be end of September. You'll have seen that in our upcoming activities in Charleston just prior to talking with Colleen. As we wrap up, Colleen, any other activities or any other chamber things you'd like to share with us in our final moments?
Yes, May 8th. Once a month we have a Jackson Avenue Coffee hosted by Chris Callahan, who is one of our diplomats. And it's from 7:30 to 9 a.m. just down the street at Jackson Avenue Coffee. Right. There's free coffee and some pastries. Get to know some of your fellow business people, new people into town. So occasionally we have a guest speaker. Last month we had Mike Miller from Team ITS in Mattoon talking about cybersecurity and small business. We could have stayed for 4 hours. Wow. It was so interesting, but we all had to go back to work, so we did not.
Final question. Enjoyed my conversation with you today, Colleen, and look forward to many more times talking with you about the Charleston Chamber in Charleston. Again, being a longtime resident of Charleston, what do you enjoy about being a part of this community?
I love this community. It's home, and I raised my children here, and I'm just grateful that I can call this home.
Fantastic. Talking with Colleen Peterlich, new president and CEO of the Charleston Area Chamber of Commerce. Colleen, thank you for the time. Look forward to talking with you more times down the road.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And that'll do it for our latest City Spotlight on location episode in Charleston. Thanks for watching. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com.